This guy, Douglas Murray, he deserves like more prizes because he doesn't deserve just a prize from Israel. He deserves a prize from the world for being an amazing truth teller. And here he is defeating the lies that the anti-Israel folks are actually pro-Arab or pro-Arab rights. They're not. They're actually there to destroy Israel. And he proves it, 1, 2, 3. He proves it from the case of Pakistan. He proves it that nobody cares about Arabs getting murdered and destroyed in Syria. He just lays it out so smoothly with that amazing British accent. Anyway, I just thought that here on the way to the Knesset in Israel, in Jerusalem, I thought it would be, a good moment to think about Douglas Murray and how he puts on an amazing display of truth-telling. So I really... hats off, and if I could give you another prize from Israel, I would, but it's not a prize just from Israel. It's a prize from the world, because the world so desperately needs truth tellers right now in this period of, in this era of social media and so many lies that are spread. Here's Douglas Murray, and here's my part to bring that truth out to the world.
Thank you very much. There's quite a lot to reply to there. Let me first say, Gideon, you started with a peroration about me not mentioning the Palestinian casualties. That's because I started by mentioning the war, and there is no law of war that says you're allowed to start a war and then complain when you lose it. And if Medhi cares about the Palestinian casualties, as I'm sure he does, then tell your bosses in Qatar to tell their friends in Gaza to stop the war and give back the hostages. Gideon says Israel needs nothing more than criticism, as if Israel doesn't get criticism. Wow, he doesn't even read his own country's press. By the way, you said the other day in an interview, Gideon, I couldn't care less about the Jewish state, so we know very well where you're coming from. Let me just say a couple of things about that I didn't get to in my opening remarks, but are important. If you didn't throng the streets of this city or any other for the actual genocide going on in Sudan, not the one that Medhi and Gideon pretend is happening, but the actual genocide going on in Sudan, if you didn't spend weekend after weekend doing that, but you did come out for the post-October the 7th protests, you're an anti-Semite. If, like Medhi once sent a tweet condemning that, it doesn't give you quite enough smoke cover. If you protested not a bit, didn't set up a tent when Bashar al-Assad was killing 6 times the number of people in a decade that Israel and all of its enemies have lost in 75 years of war, you are an anti-Semite. And I would just add one other thing. I know that Medhi has tried to reframe the motion. I'm not going to allow it either. Maybe there is somebody in the world. Pakistan was created as a state around the same time as Israel. I reckon that if this debate tonight was about Pakistan started a lot of wars, it suffered a lot of wars, it suffered a lot of casualties, caused a lot of casualties. But you know what? If somebody said, I think Pakistan should be abolished. They just don't have the right to a state, and although they had one set up for them many decades ago, we should abolish it. I think people would say, And then if the person said, but, oh, by the way, although I want to abolish that state, I have no problem with the Pakistani people. Please, of course you would.
All right, I hope you enjoyed Douglas Murray. I'm on the way to the Knesset, hopefully to also do my own truth talking here, talking a little truth to power. And that's exactly what we need to be doing right now. There's so many lies out there. And the folks that bravely put out the truth, clearly, simply, bravely, that's actually the service that we need from everybody right now. Just to talk truth and talk it simply and with courage, lay it out to anybody that wants to hear something serious, and even those that don't. And it makes all the difference in the world right now. Truth is the ultimate courage today, and that's what's needed. God bless you folks. Yishai Fleisher on the way to the Knesset. Don't forget to subscribe and be part of our efforts to bring out truth to the world. Lots of love and lots of blessings from the land of blessings, and shalom.